Hello, welcome to Working with Miniatures. I'm Jim, and tonight we're going to be coming up with different ways of storing miniatures. Currently, I've been just shoving them in a drawer, and I need a more permanent way to keep them protected. Let's get started. The very first object I stored miniatures into was just a desk drawer. Eventually I'd gotten this ancient case. It has stood the test of time and I'll keep it for memories, but it won't work for the miniatures I paint now since I typically use 32mm bases, and the foam in this case was cut for miniatures no thicker than my pinky. It does have 2 levels, which was a great idea, but unfortunately the second level is no deeper than the first. You can buy something similar to this on Amazon for roughly $35, or 32 euros if you're across a pond. From there, my father bought me an artist storage chest, which I still have today. Mostly it's for supply storage and charcoal, pencils, inks, watercolors, etc. The miniatures I painted that would not fit in the previous case would go here, tossed in haphazardly, offering no protection whatsoever to the craft paint I had drowned them in. Surely tossing miniatures carelessly into a drawer would be as far as I could fall, right? Nope, because as I turned to other artistic endeavors, the miniatures and other game materials were unceremoniously dumped into plastic bins, such as this one. Damn it, how'd that get in here? What could be worse than dumping miniatures into a plastic bin? Why, dumping too many miniatures into a bigger plastic bin, along with rule books. Want me to go lower? How about a plastic bag and Ziploc bags, shoved into the same plastic bin? Holy crap, MODOK! A friend of mine had introduced me to Guild Ball, which I thought was stupid until I gave it a try. The game is awesome. Though it was officially retired, there's a community page who are keeping it alive. Check it out, it's a great game. The original miniatures for it were metal and are excellent sculpts, but they require some assembly, so I wanted to protect them better than I had been treating some of my other miniatures and game pieces. So I took this box and some scrap cardboard and built this 2-tier storage form. As you can see, it still only offers minimal protection as they easily bump around as I tilt the box. This is what I'll likely do in the long run for my HeroClix miniatures, but that's a lot of cardboard cutting. The next evolution of my miniature storage was a god-awful attempt at magnetization. I picked up these lightweight steel sheets from Home Depot and these rolls of ferrite magnets from Michael's art supply store. I also added sections of 1-inch dowel rods to act as both handles and stands to allow for tiered stacking. These pre-painted plastic miniatures from the Dungeons & Dragons miniatures board game are lightweight enough that the ferrite or refrigerator magnets are strong enough to hold them in place. However, they would not work with heavier metal miniatures. Also, you can see the sheet metal is beginning to rust, which gets on the magnets, which gets on your table. Ferrite magnets are also known to lose their magnetism over time. As cheap as this may have seemed, this cost around $60 to do. I don't recommend what I did here. This was a waste of time and money. If you've seen my custom Dust 1947 miniature storage box, which was my very first video on this channel, this may look a little familiar. This was actually the beta attempt, where I drilled holes for the bases so they would sit recessed. The bottom of each removable shelf is just cardboard from cereal boxes that have been glued on. And this is the box from the aforementioned first video. See the link above for a shortcut to this video if you want to see how I built this. Each shelf is removable and is a sheet of steel glued to the top. Neodymium magnets are glued to the bottom of each miniature's base, allowing them to stick to the middle sheet. However, like the other steel sheets, these are beginning to rust. If you want to do magnetization, make sure the metal you're using is either galvanized or stainless. The materials for this cost me roughly $200, including the magnets. I like the look of the wooden case, as this was meant to look like an ammo crate with the lid on, but if I had to do this again, I'd make it taller, and instead of wood shelves with metal sheets glued to it, I'd use stainless steel oven pans, which you can get 2 for the price of one of these rusting metal sheets. For storing some of my scenic bits, I ordered some pick-apart foam as you may find in pistol cases. This stuff is very expensive. A pack of 4 sheets ran me $40 US. You also have to be careful pulling the foam apart as it doesn't always pull away cleanly, or you may unintentionally pull too much away. This is an option for anyone, and the convenience that the Pickleball foam offers allows easy customization for various model sizes, but I won't be ordering any more of it, it's just too expensive. I then turned to the very affordable XPS foam sheets from Home Depot. These I cut down to size using my Proxxon hot wire cutter. If you don't have a hot wire cutter, you can use a utility knife, but it'll take you longer to shape the foam. This could prove to be a nightmare for very fine sections. With the foam cut to size, I draw out where I want each piece to sit, and then I proceed to be attacked by a wasp. I draw out the rest and remove sections using a combination of a hot wire, a utility knife, and a flathead screwdriver. This is far more feasible than the pick-apart foam, and I'll likely continue using this kind of storage, especially for terrain pieces. Though it's not as protective as the other type of foam, this will keep everything in place and prevent most damage. For the large busts and models, I ordered this. Believe it or not, this is a 6-pack of 1-inch thick foam that someone managed to smash down. To get them back to full shape, I had to thoroughly soak them, wring out all the water, let them dry in the sun for a few hours, rotating them about halfway through. I then used a good set of large scissors to cut them to shape. So how am I storing all these miniatures I painted since this channel started? Well, I'm ashamed to admit it, but I've gone full circle and resorted back to putting them in a drawer again, though carefully spaced. That's going to change very soon, and there will be a series of other videos focused on storing miniatures, at least 4 others, 3 of which will occur in the very near future. The last one may take a year or 2, as it'll be very involved and complicated. That's going to wrap it up for today. I hope you learned something that'll help you store your own miniatures. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them below. And if you like the content of this video and would like to see more, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm Jim with Working with Miniatures. I'm truly grateful for your time. I bid you a fond farewell. Until the next video.